Hello and welcome back to Up the Villa podcast. If you are new to this channel, do me a favour and just hit subscribe. It's free. Get on this journey with us. Let's have a like target. We'll go big on this one. Let's go 1,000 likes on this video. Drop your thoughts in the comment section down below and just get involved with this interactive episode. You can go on our website and input your player ratings on our website, and then we can gauge what the ratings of each player were, who was man of the match, and yeah, I'll gather my thoughts and share them with you now. So let's kick it off then. Let's go with Olsen in goal. I'm gonna go 6. I'm gonna go 6. I'm gonna go 6 for the reason of when we was having that little bit of a spell in the second half, when we were looking a little bit under pressure, we were starting to look a bit ropey at the back. And I think Olsen wasn't helping that too much with the pass to Kamara, who put us massively under pressure. He needed to come and gather that ball off Pau Torres, and he didn't, so Pau had to clear it. There was that little bit of uncertainty, and I think that's part of the problem with Olsen in goal, is that uncertainty, that sort of lack of confidence between the defenders and Olsen and not coming off his line. So I'm going to give him a 6. I felt like he did okay. His kicking was okay. But there's still that, if this was an outfield player that sort of was making bad passes and wrong choices, then we would be criticising. So just because it's Olsen, don't feel like I'm just going in on Olsen. But, we were a bit under pressure at times, and I felt like he weren't helping, although he did pull off a really good save. And he did play okay, but there just was that lack of confidence, even from me just watching. So I'm going to give him a 6. We're going to go Diego Carlos. I'm going to go 7. I felt like he had a real solid, strong game. And I think that narrative now of, can he do it? Is he back? What's his fitness like? We're starting to see, like, he's very, very strong, very dominant, really good in the air. I can see him now becoming a leader of that back line. When he's sort of trying to get the ball off a player and it's just him and the player, he comes out on top. His passing is really good. So we're starting to see now, with games, with confidence, a really strong Diego Carlos. Konsa, I'm going to go 7. I thought he didn't really put a foot wrong. Very strong, very positionally awareness was really good. His passing range was good as well. So I think he had a real solid game, did Konsa. Again, Luke Dean, I thought he was very good. I felt like his output was there again, which I'm just not sure where he's been for the last year, to be fair, because he's playing some of his best football. He was up and down. When we were defending, he was very strong. He's quite tenacious now, which I'm really liking about him as well. We're going to go next. We'll go Pau Torres. We're going to go 7 with Pau Torres. Again, I felt like he had a really good game. I think sometimes he gets done a little bit on the physicality side of things. I think it was for their goal, and he sort of got rolled in there. I just felt like he was sort of, even though he was like goal side, he needed to be like more towards, he needed to be more into the player. He was a little bit sort of the wrong side, so he sort of was able to roll him a little bit. But all in all, I thought his passing was really good. He was stepping out from defence. So I felt like that aspect of his game was really good. So I felt like, a 7 is like a solid baseline for me, which I think is a really good score. If I'm giving 7s, then they're good scores, basically. We are then going to go with Matty Cash. I felt like he had a fantastic game. I think you can't give him... Could you give him No, I'm going to give him a 9. I'm going to give him a 9. I felt like he had a real good game. His finishing was unbelievable for the 2 goals that he scored. His positional awareness to get in those areas was absolutely fantastic. Little bit wasteful sometimes, I think, he's on a hat trick, and he's had a shot from distance, and then he's had a couple more from distance, and I just felt like don't be too wasteful with the ball. But yeah, he had a really good game, did Cash, and in a position where that was probably his position at the start of his career, and then he's turned to a right back, and we've only really seen him come on as a right winger during games. We haven't seen him really start that many games under Emery at right wing, but I think he took on board the tactical parts to what Emery wanted. He was hugging that touchline. He was helping defending at times as well. So Cash had a really good game, and that was probably like an unexpected player to be in the side today for me. So again, we've seen that Emery sort of will do the odd little subtle tweak that we don't really expect, and it worked really, really well. I'm going to give Kamara it might surprise a few. I'm going to give Kamara an 8. I felt like Kamara was really combative today, really aggressive at trying to win the ball back, and that helped us a lot. He was pressing really well, and he was wanting that ball and winning the ball and able to nick it and drive us forward. So it was a real good game from Kamara, I felt like. Whereas sometimes I'm a little bit the other way. I'd say Luiz is the standout one, and I felt like it was Kamara today. So Luiz is going to get a 7 from me. Again, he didn't really do anything wrong. He played really, really well. It was just a good, solid Dougie Luiz performance. And yeah, it's just what we're accustomed to now, isn't it? He didn't do anything flash. He didn't do anything out of the ordinary. He just played like a Douglas Luiz performance, and yeah, I'm gonna give him a 7. John McGinn, I'm gonna give McGinn an 8. I felt like McGinn was really good. McGinn had a really good game as well, especially for that third goal where he was strong and he won that ball back and he played it to Luca Dean, and the ball over the top for Watkins. Being a bit harsh, I'm going to go 9. I'm going to go 9. The ball, I've just remembered the ball over the top for Watkins. I think it was for the first goal. So McGinn, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Diaby is going to get a solid 8. Fantastic. Lightning, and away from home, it's that pace. It's stretching teams on the break, and that pace that we've got now with sort of Watkins, Diaby, McGinn's quick, Cash is quick, Bailey's quick. Away from home, that's what you need at times. And we were just lethal in front of goal, and every time we went forward, I thought we were going to score, and it was just a solid performance. I'm going to go Watkins 7. Again, everything that I just said, stretching the defenders really well. Had a couple of opportunities. I think there were sort of snatch chances, not even snatch chances from Watkins, but I just felt like that's what they kind of were. So I'm going to go 7 for Watkins. So, everybody's got 7s, 8s, 9s. Zaniolo, absolutely love him, don't I? Absolutely love him. He come on and he was class. He come on and he was clean through, and I think he was looking for Watkins, wasn't he? And I just felt like we was going to see that Zaniolo thunderbolt. He won the ball back. Really good introduction to Villa, I thought. That was a solid debut from him. Bertie, I can't recall him doing much. Duran, can't recall him doing much. Tielemans, can't recall him doing much. So they'll get 6s. But yeah, some really good scores in there. Solid performance. I think sometimes when we win, you can think the scores can get a bit too high. Against Everton, we were on the higher end, but I think we had the clean sheet in there. And they didn't pose us any problems, did they? But I felt like Burnley in that second half did pose us some problems. So there are a couple of maybe not as high as expected, but they're all really decent scores. I mean, have I been a bit harsh on Olsen? Possibly, but I think there was that uncertainty there, so I just can't get that out of my head for some reason. So those are my scores. I'll submit those ratings now. So, yeah, 7s across the board for the majority, which are some really, really good scores anyway. But good performance, 6th in the league, great win, soak it up. Europe midweek. Let's go to Anfield and get some points as well. So, Villa fans, get on this journey. Let me know your score predictions as well. That's what we're here for. We want your score predictions on the website. Put them in the comment section down below if you want as well. Up the Villa, come on!